I call this Board of Trustees meeting to order at 7:02 p.m. on Tuesday, May 7th, 2019. If we could rise to say the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk Lynch, call the roll. Trustees Beckman. Here. Clark. Here. Slaughter.
Yeah.
Stiles. Here. Williams. Present. Winston. Would somebody like to make a motion to approve the board meeting minutes of April 18th, 2019? Is that two? I used to be able to see. April 16th, 2019. Would somebody like to make that motion? So moved. Trustee Williams. Trustee Clark, any questions?
Yes, I would like to pass the meeting minutes with a amendment. Under attorney, I did ask John Donahue if he contributed to the Greater Glenwood Party campaign, and the response was yes, $1,000, and it's missing in the meeting minutes.
Trustee Williams, do you want to amend your motion?
Yes.
Trustee Clark, would you like to amend your motion?
Amended, yes.
Clerk Lynch, call the roll.
Trustees Beckman?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Slaughter?
Yes.
Stiles?
Yes.
Williams? Aye. Winston?
Yes.
Would somebody like to make a motion approving the board meeting, special board meeting of April 25th, 2019?
So moved.
Trustee Stiles.
Second.
Trustee Beckman, any questions? Clerk Lynch, call the roll.
Trustees Beckman?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Slaughter?
Yes.
Stiles?
Yes.
Williams?
Aye.
Winston?
Yes.
We would now like to give some awards here. This plaque is presented to Trustee Larry Williams in recognition of your service to the citizens of Glenwood as trustee from 2018 to 2019. Ronald J. Gardner, Village President, Board of Trustees, citizens of Glenwood. You've done a wonderful job. Larry, you've done what you missed. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you very much.
This award is presented to Miriam Slaughter in recognition of your service to the citizens of Glenwood as Village Trustee 2015 to 2019. Ronald J. Gardner, Village President, Board of Trustees, citizens of Glenwood, May 7th, 2019. Congratulations. You all can be missed. Stick around.
Oh, thank you.
Do you want to say something?
Want to say something?
Just wanted to say thank you for electing me. It was really a pleasure most of the time. But thank you for trusting me to be here, and hope I did a good job. I tried my very best.
Thank you. So we would now like to swear in the newly elected officials. So if we could have, in fact, let's do Trustee Winston first. We're going to swear you in.
Not too close to the mic. All right, raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Adam Winston,
Adam Winston,
having been
having been
elected
elected
to the office
of
of village trustee
village trustee
in the village
in the village
of Glenwood
of Glenwood
in the county of
in the county of
Cook,
Cook.
aforesaid,
I foresaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United
of the
States,
United
the
States,
Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of
of the
Illinois,
State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
faithfully
the
discharge
duties of
the duties of
the office
the
of
office of
village trustee
village trustee
according to
according to
the best of my
the
ability.
best of my ability.
Harold Dawson Jr.
All right, raise your right hand here. Repeat after me. I, Harold Dawson Jr.,
Harold Dawson Jr.,
having been elected
having been elected
to the office of
to the office of
village trustee
village trustee
in the village of
in the village of
Glenwood
Glenwood
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook.
aforesaid,
As foresaid,
do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will
that I will
faithfully discharge
faithfully
the
discharge
duties of
the duties of
village trustee
village trustee
according to
according to
the best of my ability.
the best of my ability.
Trustee? Trustee?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, Harold.
Trustee Ed Hadnot. Trustee-elect, or trustee-elect.
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. Already. You've been sworn in. I, Ed Hadnot, having been
Having been
elected to
elected to
the office of village trustee
office of village trustee
in the village
in the village
of Glenwood
of Glenwood
in the county
in
of
the county of
Cook,
Cook,
aforesaid,
aforesaid,
thank you, do solemnly swear
solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will
and that I will
faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the duties of
the duties of
the office of
the office of
village trustee
village trustee
according to
according to
the best of my
the
ability.
best of my ability.
All right.
Come on.
Okay.
You're welcome. All right.
It is so good.
Get a pen.
I got a gift.
We'd now like to call up Eric Petticourt to get sworn in as Chief of Police.
Chief Cook, do you want to join us?
Chief Cook, I didn't even see you back there. You're hiding back there. Cooks, I know he doesn't like to talk, but I'm just going to have him say a few words. Came all the way from Evanston down here, so let's have him say a few words.
Well, it's all about Derek Petticourt.
Yay!
Derek is going to do an outstanding job.
Yes,
I
he
think the
will.
mayor made a great choice. We worked together for 8 years, and I'm very proud of him and the rest of the Glenwood Police Department. And thank everybody for this.
Deputy Chief, would you raise your hand? I, Derek Petticourt,
I, Derek Petticourt,
having been
having been
appointed to
appointed to
the office of
the office of
Police Chief
Police Chief
in the village
in the village
of
of
Glenwood,
Glenwood,
in the county of
in the county of
Cook,
Cook,
aforesaid,
aforesaid,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
the Constitution
the Constitution
of
of
the state of
the
Illinois,
state of Illinois,
and that I will
and that I will
faithfully discharge
faithfully discharge
the office of
the office of
Police Chief
Police Chief
according to
according to
the best of my ability.
the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Daughter and wife trying to do my penance.
Good job.
Thank you all very much. Look forward to working with you to continue on with our community policing, because I believe the Glenwood Police Department is part of the community is part of the police department. Thank you all very much. What's happening?
Okay. Clerk Lynch, call the roll. Trustee Beckman. Here. Clark.
Here.
Trustee Dawson.
Present.
Trustee Hadnot. Here. Trustee Styles.
Here.
Trustee Winston.
Here.
Treasurer's report, Talita Hart.
Bills payable in an amount of $38,725.02. Payments $1,018. Sewer and water, $114,000. Sorry. Sewer and water, $114,746.25. Glenwood Golf Course, $27,028.79. Tenn South, $12,275. That's a total of all funds, $196,775.24.
Would somebody like to make a motion for the bills payable? Trustee Styles. Trustee Hadnot. First time I got to say that. Any questions?
Yeah, I see a reimbursement check for, I think, $1,600. What was that going to?
There's a reimbursement check for $1,600.
It said lost check.
Excuse me, could you guys shut the door? I feel like a game show host here.
Oh, yeah. We put a stop payment on this check because they never received it and had to reissue it.
Okay, what was it for?
That is the company that does our vehicle stickers.
Any other questions? Clerk Lynch, call the roll.
Trustees Beckman,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Hadnot,
Yes.
Styles,
Yes.
Winston.
Getting to work out here. Payroll.
Payroll as of the date April 26, 2019, corporate in the amount of $95,812. Glenwood in the amount of $30,476. Sewer and water, $14,249. Elected positions, $4,750. Vacation payout, $37,724. Overtime police, $2,673. None of that is reimbursable. Sewer and water, $891. Public works, $480. That's a total payroll of $187,055.
Would somebody like to make a motion to approve the payroll? Trustee Styles.
Second.
Trustee Clark, any questions? Clerk Lynch, call the roll.
Trustees Beckman,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Hadnot,
Yes.
Styles,
Yes.
Winston.
Yes.
The meeting is now open to the public. If anybody has something to say, just come up here and this is regarding agenda items. Come up and write your name and address down and address the board. Okay, none being said, would somebody like to make a motion for the approval of the 2019-2020 scavenger business licenses?
So move.
Trustee Beckman.
Second.
Trustee Styles, any questions?
Yes, I have a question. What is the fee for licensing for those scavenger hunters?
Brian, do you know that figure? Or Linda? 500?
I think it's 500.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right, thank you.
Mayor, can you also explain to the crowd what that actually is?
That's for, as everybody knows, we have for residential home and disposal, but this is for the condominiums that might not want to use home and disposal, businesses, things along those lines. So that's what that is for, granting them the license. I have a little bit of bad news. Deputy Chief Bill Edgar, who served on the fire department for 40-some years, I think it was 41, passed away. Still lives in Glenwood in the manor, on manor, and if we could, I'd like to have a moment of silence for him. Thank you very much. Anyone interested, his wake is this Friday at Panazzo Funeral Home in Chicago Heights, and it's from 4 to 7 p.m. The Glenwood Fire Department will have a presentation starting at 6:30, but he will be deeply missed. He was a great guy. My dad served on the fire department for 35 years, and he only spoke highly of Deputy Chief Edgar, so. Oh, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself. We need to get a vote on the scavenger's license. Clerk Lynch, call the roll.
Trustees Beckman,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Hadnot,
Yes.
Styles,
Yes.
Winston.
Who are we awarding it to? You just voted? Or is it all of them?
It's all of them.
Okay. Yes.
Attorney's report, John Donahue.
No report, Mayor.
I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm just going to stand over here. Village Administrator Brian Mitchell.
Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Very short report tonight. I want to thank Trustee Slaughter and Trustee Williams on their dedication and their support to the residents of the Village of Glenwood. And as well, I want to welcome Trustee Hadnot and Trustee Dawson. And as always, I look forward to working with the entire board and, of course, with you, Mr. Mayor. End of my report.
Mr. Mitchell, did we get those binders to the new trustees?
We're still getting those together.
You're still getting those together, so when can they expect those?
Probably about another week, week and a half.
Okay. Because we'd like to get up to speed with everything that's happening. Are they gonna be brief? Are the new trustees gonna be brief? At
Yes.
any point, yes, when? Because the binders, I was hoping that they would have gotten them prior to them starting.
Well,
So when might they get brief?
well, Brian said about a week, right?
Well, but the binders.
Right, the binders will be going to them in about a week, but I'm going to set up meetings with both of the trustees anytime their schedule permits after tomorrow. Those meetings will consist of myself and department heads to have a conversation with them to get them up to speed on the things that will be included in the binder.
Mr. Mitchell, I requested a binder about a month ago. Where's my binder?
So that binder, the same binder they get, will go to all the trustees. As you know, all the information should be the same to all elected officials, which will also include the mayor and the clerk.
So where's the binder? Because I was already an elected official and I requested a binder a month ago and I have not gotten.
That is the same binder that is coming. The last binder you had, trustee, was about 10 to 12 inches thick. Am I correct?
That was 4 years ago.
Okay, and that's the same type of binder that you requested to have put together.
Do I have any of that information? Because I did.
Well, a lot of the information that you had from before still is appropriate. There will be new contracts and anything new from that point that will be put into a binder.
Should I expect any, if I requested a binder, what could I have done to make this, to expedite that binder?
Well, it's not a matter of what you would have done to expedite it. The binder is being put together. Due to resources, it takes time to put something together of that size and magnitude.
Well, the concern that I had was that we had new trustees that were coming aboard. I wanted to make certain that they were up to speed, at least during that month time, so they can have some transition. I was under the impression that the mayor wanted to wait until they were sworn in. So I requested a binder so that I could have the new trustees up to speed, because we still got to keep this thing moving.
You're absolutely right,
So
trustee. And you and I have had a conversation about that prior to
But I
tonight,
haven't
so.
had any conversation about the binder that I requested as an elected official 4 weeks ago.
Okay, so I think maybe we'll have that conversation after this meeting, but
Well,
as you and I spoke, that binder's going together. The binder you had from 4 years ago still has information that is time sensitive and very appropriate. I don't know why you share it with them.
That binder is outdated, it's 4 years ago, and if I, as a trustee, am requesting information, I do think that I'm owed at least an explanation or a timeline of when I'm gonna get that information.
And I will provide that to you.
I don't have the binder from 4 weeks ago.
Do you know how much goes into that binder, trustee?
Thank you very much.
Do you know how long it took for that last binder to be put together?
What's going
You
in
and I have had conversations all the way until yesterday.
What's going in this binder?
Anything that is appropriate for an elected official to have for the village of Glenwood.
And what might that be? Is it the budget?
That could be contracts, that could be employee stuff, that could be TIF information, that could be financial information, that could be budget information. There's significant things that will go into that binder. And all I ask is that you ask your questions after it's put together.
Very well. Mr.
Thank
Mitchell,
you.
I've also, a couple of weeks ago, I requested an investigation on hard drives being removed from the computers. I asked for somebody, and the mayor even agreed during that meeting, that we were going to do the investigation. So where are we in that process?
So, by it being an investigation and it's confidential, I don't think we should go into
Why
that in the
is
meeting.
it confidential? Is it confidential for the person who requested the investigation?
Trustee Winston, I think we should have this conversation
Mr. Mayor, what is
offline.
the process for this investigation that's happening?
I've already started the process. I can share the process with you. That's not a problem.
Mr. Chair, what's the process for the
Well,
investigation?
we started the process, but we don't want to interfere with the investigation. We let the professionals do their work from Heritage Technology.
Mr. Mayor, have we contacted Heritage?
Yes, I have.
Is Heritage going through to see if all of our equipment, all of the public's equipment is still in place and hasn't been tampered with?
That has been completed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Engineers report, Dave Schilling.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick update on the Pickens and Clark reconstruction project. As soon as we get a few days of dry weather, the contractor is ready to start. They just don't want to make even more of a mess than what's already on.
Mr. Schilling, do we have any grants out there possibly for solar lights that could possibly go into that park? Is there any grants or any type of things like that so that we can light up some of these areas people can at least use the park, the parking area in the evening time. Is there anything out there? Any sidewalk grants? Is there anything else out there?
I'm not aware of any lighting or sidewalk grants, but every time a state or federal agency releases a grant, I always make sure that the village is aware.
Mr. Chair, that back fence, the fence that's in the back of the Hickory Glen Park, is a wooden fence along that borders that outside. Is that a village-owned fence, or is that the residence-owned fence?
Which fence are you talking
At
about?
the Hickory Glen Park, there's a fence all the way, a wooden fence all the way to the back. Who owns the fence?
On the east side of the?
On the Glenwood Lansing side of the road.
That would north side.
Okay. So, has there been any money allocated for painting or staining that fence?
We could look at that.
Okay, because I'd like to champion that project with some of the youth, make certain that we can paint it and keep it up to date.
Okay. Just remind me.
Sure, well, I already let the village administrator know.
Okay. Police. Chief Petticourt.
No report, sir.
Chief Petticourt, I do have a question. What is our gun license? Is the village hall, can you carry a weapon if you're not a police officer in the village hall?
No. No.
Okay, does that apply to trustees?
I would imagine, yes, it would. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mr. Petticourt.
Fire, building, Chief Welch. Chief Welch had to take off, unfortunately. Public Works, unfortunately, Dan Buck's not here. Glenn Woody, Eric Swanson.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, I know we're trying to expedite this, but what's going on with that position for the Public Works Director? Have we started interviewing? Are there anyone in the pipeline?
Yes. In fact, they recommended a final candidate. As soon as I sit down with them, I had the committee sit down with all the candidates. They recommended one that they said was better than all the rest. I have not met him.
Who does the current acting Public Works Director report to?
Dan Buck.
So should our acting village administrator be telling employees to stay away from trustees? Okay, because that's something that I also brought to Mr. Mitchell's attention while we were in lobby day, but no employee should feel intimidated if they apply for that position using a trustee, telling them not to talk to a trustee. I think that's inappropriate. I've already addressed it with the village administrator. Hopefully he brought it to your attention. But no employee should be telling employees not that live in the village of Glenwood not to come to meetings, to discuss things that are happening at the park, and when they work in the Public Works Department, now they don't come to the meetings out there to talk to the public. I just feel like we gotta get some checks and balances in place, because no employee should feel intimidated by an employee that they don't even report to.
Trustee Winston, I did have that conversation once I got back in lobby day when that happened. There is an employee right now here from Public Works as well at two sides of the story. So I'd like to share with you the other side of the story when we have another opportune time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Village Administrator.
Glenn Woody, Eric Swanson, Phil Robbins. Make sure you put in a plug for this facility, Phil. Because we all own this facility, as everybody knows. We own Glenn Woody.
Thank you, Mayor. No report. Just wanted to make an announcement that Glenn Woody through the Jones Center Queen of Hearts raffle will start tomorrow night. First drawing, 8:30 p.m. We will have specials, $2 off burgers, $2 off wings, and encourage everyone to come on out. You can buy the tickets anytime. Actually, if you're after this meeting, if you want to stop in the bar, you can purchase your raffle tickets for tomorrow night. Thank you. Oh, and also final Mother's Day, a week from this coming Sunday. We still have some spots, tables open for the Mother's Day buffet. Thank you.
Nothing to report, Your Honor.
Senior programs, park programs, Joanne Alexander.
No report, sir.
There'll be two seatings for the Easter brunch. It's on the website. Mother's Day, I always do that. I guess Easter, that would be a long time from now. Sandy's in the back. She's our banquet coordinator. What time are the serving times? I know 3 o'clock. 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock. It's fantastic. So everybody should try and come out. Be right here at Glen Woody. Any new business? Any old business?
I have something on the old business, if I could. Can I have the mic? Or? to kind of rehash here. First of all, I'm disappointed that a couple of things were passed under a budget, the meeting, that probably should have waited for the new board to be seated. The first of which is the vacation pay to Kelvin Welsh Sr. I was under the impression from attending finance committee meetings that there was an agreement on the table where he was going to get half pay and take off half the time. But it appears that that agreement has been altered. Any comments, Mr. Chair, on that?
We felt that he was too valuable to take off that amount of time.
Well, we were never even brought to, that was never even something that was brought to the board's attention. The lawyer sat in there in the closed session and did not say a word, which I don't even know why we're gonna pay a lawyer to represent us. If he's the one who negotiated the contract, why wouldn't he tell us the terms of the contract? Mr. Mayor, you never mentioned that there was another agreement out there, which I think the board did not have all of the nuts and bolts of this particular agreement, because I didn't know what was agreed on. I'm also, I guess, with just go a little bit step further, what is the terms now for Public Works? I know that we agreed on their contract. When is that going to be implemented?
I signed the contract yesterday.
Okay, getting back to the Kevin Welsh vacation pay, I have two questions. I'm not really sure who to ask the question. So question number one, I think I did talk to the village administrator regarding the personnel file, and I'd like to bring that up again. There should be several letters from each village president authorizing that vacation time. Were those letters in the file?
No, there were no such letters in the file.
No such letters in the file, okay. And the second comment was the pay based on his pay then or his pay now?
It would be based on his pay now, which is why you want to get it on the books.
But why would we base it on now when the time was banked in 10 years ago? I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the reason you want to get off the books, because you end up paying out an employee what their day and date time is right now of the value, not back then.
Is there anywhere in our village a handbook or employee handbook that states that?
I mean, that's by law.
Policy. And there was only a few people who cleaned off the books as far as unfunded vacation days.
Okay, I apologize.
And it's part of our personnel policy.
I would like to make a motion to rescind the approval of Rose Cafe's liquor license.
I'll second it.
Would anybody like to comment?
One is the proximity to the school, another one is proximity to church. We had an economic and development meeting, which it did not approve and go forward. So I just think it should be further discussion. The planning committee did not meet in regards to that business. So I just think it's not a ongoing, it didn't take a full process. And if we were going to vote, it's just certain discussions that needed to be had prior to just a blind vote being made.
Okay, I will put that, because it's not on the agenda.
Yeah, he has a second.
I'll put it on the next board meeting agenda.
He has a second. There's a lot of things that are not on the agenda.
Well, it's not on the agenda, so I will put it on the next agenda. Any other comments? The meeting is now open to the public. For anything you'd like to say, come on up to the board, write your name and address down, and you can address the board.
Hi. A couple weeks ago, on my way out of the Lions Club meeting at the Senior Center, I had an argument with the sidewalk, and the sidewalk won. I would like to take this time to thank former trustee Larry Williams and current trustee and both Lions Club members, Adam Winston, for all the assistance they gave me. Adam scooped me up and took me to the hospital and stayed with me until they finally released me at 2 o'clock in the morning. And there have been several of the board members and village employees and Lions Club members and community members and everything that have called, emailed, texted, etc. to check on me, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.
I'm glad you're on the men. Anybody else?
Since we're talking about recognition, this past Saturday, baseball had their opening day. We had the police department and fire department escort baseball over to the park. 71 kids, a lot of which are from Glenwood, but we had a lot of other kids from neighboring towns, which we were very proud of. And I just want to say thank you for the support, for you coming out and watching our kids play. It was really a great day, and it was a Glenwood event. I just want to say thank you all for participating and supporting us. Got a check from the village, and it's being well used for all of our beautiful uniforms. And hopefully we'll keep up the park with all the different amenities that are needed. Thank you for that. And I just want to say to Trustee Miriam, she did a beautiful job. And keep coming, keep asking those questions. I mean, I'm going to ask questions, you know, I mean, I'll ask a million more questions. Keep asking those questions, and they're very important. And as far as committees are concerned, I hope we'll see those committees like finance being developed as a recognized committee, and make sure that everybody comes out. Has the budget been passed already?
It has not.
So I think it's important for everyone to be involved in that and know what's going on with the town. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Miriam. Yeah, that's right. Miriam threw out the first pitch. It was a strike.
I'm Tony Clark. I just hope that today will be the beginning of a total transparency and a meeting of like minds from Attorney Donahue all the way down to Trustee Stiles. The town is at a point where we need county meetings, workshops, Saturday mornings, whatever it takes, so that we don't have what we've been witnessing in the past. You know, everybody needs to know the same thing at the same time, and the citizens have a right to know what's happening with our finances, especially, and we need a sense that there is an organization and that there is a fluid accounting of everything that's coming in and out of the town. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I don't know if we got a chance, I know we're in the public comments, but one of the things that I've been requesting, we need minutes from these different committees. I just overheard that we're taking bids for, I guess, sound systems in the golf course here, but yet we have no minutes from those particular committees. So I would like for the board to start regularly getting minutes from all of these different committees so that we can keep up with what's going on. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you. Mr. Stiles, Trustee Stiles has never sent any minutes, and he's the chair, he's on the finance committee, he's the chair, well, you're on the golf committee, so you're overseeing that. And you're making a lot of decisions on price increases and so on and so forth. We need, as a board, to be able to see that.
They've been sent to the village. I'm sure if you ask the keeper of the
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Celeste Bowman, and I just want to, I got 3 comments. One is I want to congratulate all the new members and the old members who took their time to serve for the Village of Glenwood. I also want to make a honor Adam Wilson. A lot of you all don't know, but Adam Wilson is on our baseball. He's one of our coaches, and he does a fabulous job with those kids. He, for the past 2 years, have won championships in the Southland area. And he have taken kids who have never played baseball before and have turned them into champions. Ed, last year, Ed Hacknott helped out with one of the teams that went against Winston. Just so happened Winston's team won the championship. But I do want to I want to recognize them for that, because you just don't know. The kids could be doing anything, but they're playing baseball, they're enjoying themselves, they're enjoying their coaches, and that needs to be honored. Okay, my next issue is, I live on the corner of Minerva and 192nd. That corner is a death trap. This past weekend, we were out there just talking to me and some neighbors, and cars were just driving past. They do not, there's a big old stop sign. It's like they don't even see that stop sign. And there's a park adjacent from my house. So I took out my camera to try to take some of the pictures of the license plates. Because I was just so afraid that one of the kids were gonna have a ball, because the fence is gone now. We don't have a fence around the park. So I was really afraid that one of the kids was gonna come out and someone was gonna hit them. I think you're supposed to go 15, 20 miles, I don't know, down that street. These people were going 30, 40 miles, not stopping, just zoom, zoom, zoom. And I just do not want to see a child get hit on that corner.
And as you know, I live on that street.
I know.
Right. Chief Petticourt, could we take a look at some enforcement of that, and also Dante, because I've gotten some complaints on Dante.
Yeah, I mean, I put up a camera in my house, just so that we can, just in case anything happened. I have footage of it, but I don't want anything to happen. Then it's the lighting. I'm going to try to get installed right in front of my corner, because at night you can't see anything. And it's like totally pitch black. And I know a lot of people walk their dogs out there, and for those who have dogs, please pull up your poop, because we have no problem with that too. I don't know why the park does not put up those dog bags. They have them in Vegas. That's the first time I saw them in Vegas. And some places in the city of Chicago have them. It's so much easier. For some reason, there's no garbage cans in the park, a whole lot of garbage cans in the park, if the people did pick up their dog poop to throw in a trash can. But it's becoming a nuisance with the kids having to stuff in dog poop, especially our baseball kids. It's just, even if a person don't take a bag, at least they can pull a bag from the dog whatever. Okay?
Chief Petticourt, do we have a dangerous dog ordinance?
My name is Angela Dixon, I'm chairman of the Economic Development Committee, and I want to welcome the new trustees on board. And for all the trustees, the Economic Development Committee would like to work closer with you regarding all the plans for the village. But me and most of the village residents, we are really concerned what in the world is going on with the plaza. And why can't that be an agenda item every month? Yes. Until we get this fixed. Now, the other thing is, thank you. The other thing is, can we tell you what we want to buy or what stores we want in the village that we will support? Or maybe other communities will come in and support. I mean, we all have ideas. Why can't we work with you as you work with the developer and say, we will support ABC restaurants, we will support ABC retailers, we will support whatever, and if it's not what we support, what does the people coming up and down Halsted, what will they support to bring their dollars here? But it's a travesty that is not an agenda item every single month to move this project forward and to keep it in front of you all and us so we can all be on the same page. So we do want to work better with you so we can make sure that this project is completed and has various stores that we all want to support and see in our village. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Judith Mims, 349 Strife Lane. welcome to the new members, and thank you to all members past and present of the trustees. It's not an easy job. I've served before in another capacity outside of this village, and I know it's not easy, and it was not supposed to be. So thank you going forward. I'd like to know the timeline right now of the benches in the estate park.
Mayor, I talked to Comcast when I was in Springfield last week, and he agreed we just need to send him a bill. So we got to pick out the benches, and he said it'll help fund.
Okay, who's going to pick them up?
You could be part of the team.
Okay, I was on the past committee.
When we resurrected the park, I'll put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I talked to him last Tuesday.
All right,
So,
okay. I just wanted to know if they would be available for the summer.
Yes.
Upcoming summer. And also, we have a canopy.
As long as you don't pick out something too fancy.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. No, the canopy, the lights for the canopy and the fan for the canopy. That was part of the original plan.
Yeah, we were looking to do that. You know, I know the picnic for the estates is in August, correct?
Yes.
Is it still going to be in August this year?
Yes.
We'll try and have everything done by mid-June.
That would be great. That would be great. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Good evening, Pam Derry. First, I want to say congratulations to our new police chief. Congratulations again. Congrats to our new trustees and welcome aboard. And I would like to say to all of the trustees, I look forward and I'm hopeful that you guys will work together, that you guys will put aside personal differences, personality differences, and work together as one with one common goal, and that's to make Glenwood as great as we possibly can. So I hope that we can get a commitment from all of you guys to do that. As I sit here, I see everybody seems to be kind of attentive, but Mr. Stiles seems really disengaged. But anyway, I remember after the election, Mr. Stiles put a post on the COG page that said, "Congratulations to all who ran, and kudos to the winners." I hope we are all adult enough to put our efforts into doing what is best for the residents and can put personalities aside. I hope that's still your position, Mr. Stiles, and I look forward to seeing that.
Thank you and good evening. I just wanted to say thank you to my mom, Ms. Miriam Slaughter, the little lady. I just wanted to say thank you for your dedicated service and your grace in holding the community together here in Glenwood. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Natalie Newman, and I would just like to ask once again that all of the changes to the code made in November of 2018 on behalf of the power plant be rescinded in total because they are no longer needed. Change the gas tax, change the traffic, change the noise ordinance. All those changes that were made should be taken back, and then we can address them in the future again if any of those items come up. And welcome new board members. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, can that be on the next agenda? Can we do a motion now? Make sure that's on the next agenda?
I need to look into it, but I don't see any
Can
reason why.
I'd like to make a motion to rescind those things?
No,
We'll put it on the next agenda.
Thank you very much.
I'll keep bringing it up. Thank you, that was one of my concerns. I'm new here in Glenwood, so trying to get my feet wet and I'm trying to figure out what's going on in my community. So that was one of the things that I had a concern about because I really don't know what's involved in that plant. Is it?
The plant is, they sent a letter to us and they rescinded their offer, they removed their presentation to the zoning committee. In the letter they said that they're not going to come into Glenwood. So there's a small portion of that site that's in Glenwood, the rest is in unincorporated Cook County. But they sent out a letter that stated that they were not going to come to Glenwood.
Okay.
Have they made an effort to rescind their application to the EPA?
I believe so, yes, John?
I believe so, yeah.
They-
So that's the other important part of that, is if they remove or rescind their application to Illinois EPA, they can't build. Regardless of whether that land is annexed by Glenwood or not.
Okay.
Okay, and my next question or my next concern is this, oh, and by the way, congratulations on you. My concern is, I've seen some changes in my area, so how do I address things when of concern that I might have?
Feel free to call me, or call the village administrator, or call the staff.
Okay, so there's phone numbers and all of that? Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Welcome to the community. You can always email, you can also email.
As Trustee Winston said, there's also links on the website to all the trustees, all the elected officials, so that you can you can just click on the link and send information.
Okay, excellent.
I would also like to encourage you to address those issues here at the board as well, at the board meetings.
Oh, okay.
So if you would like to address them now, you surely can.
Sure, if I see people just coming parking and you see somebody go to their car and you know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
Yeah.
And this town is not that big, and I can't imagine that no one doesn't see this.
Well, if you could before you leave, give us the address.
Okay, will do.
Okay? Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to address the board? Okay, I'm going to put in a pitch. I'm in the Glenwood Lions, and we're having our charter night tomorrow night right here at 6:30, and the dinner starts at 7. So this is our former trustee Larry Williams is the president. Brian Beckman's on the Lions, so is trustee Winston. We're going to put the hook on some of the newer trustees. We'll get them on there. But charter night, I think it's our 52nd year, isn't it, Larry?
53rd.
53rd year. So and Linda Platt's here, our secretary, and Tony Platt, and there's many people in here that are affiliated with the Lions. So if you guys can come out, that would be great. And we appreciate everybody coming out to support the village. So thank you very much. Clerk Lynch, call the roll. Would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn? Trustee Stiles. Trustee Dawson. Any questions? Clerk Lynch, call the roll.
Trustees Beckman?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Dawson?
Yes.
Hadnot?
Yes.
Styles?
Yes.
Winston?
Yes.
Thank you again. We have light refreshments in the back, so stick around and mingle and talk with your neighbors. Thank you for coming out.